welcome to our explanation of 13 monsters. Sorry for the voice quality. I think it's a little bit low, but we had to make do with the things that we have around here. Anyway, we'll now first start with explaining the rules of 13 Monsters, the original game. So that's this one. Also now available on Kickstarter together with our newest edition, Armed to the Teeth. We'll talk about that a little bit later. 13 Monsters starts off as a memory game, and it has two varieties. You can start with all tiles flipped in front of you. That will be 78 tiles. Or you can start with a grunt, and a grunt is a monster that consists out of 3 different monster parts, like you see here. Like an example, a match is 2 of the ears. I don't know if you can see it, but it's 2 ears of a monster, and you can combine that with other parts of other monsters as well. Like here are the eyes. And well, let's just finish it off with the feet, of course. The feet! What you do actually, so you search for monster sets. So let's do that. That's easy. It goes like the well-known flipping tile game, which I will not mention by name. You flip 1. Oh! And you flip 2. Sorry, I did kind of place them in the right direction. Ah! And I have a match. How convenient. So when you have a match, like 2 parts here, you can also see the match, like if it is a match because of the numbers on the tiles, and also of the little black stripe here underneath. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway. So that makes it easier to see what is a match and not. And as soon as you have found a match, you can actually go again. I have another match! Oh my god, it's like I know where all the matches are, right? Yes, convenient. Axel! Hey! Hello, thank you for joining us. I'm sorry, also some extra technical difficulties over here. I'm explaining the rules, and I'll just explain that if you find a match like this, you can go again. And I found another match. It's like match heaven in here. And as soon as you have found a match, you can actually create a monster. So now I have the top, a middle, and a bottom. And from there on you can create a monster. It can also be created with different parts of different monsters, like this one. And you just swap off the eyes and place it over there. That's how you create a monster. And as soon as you have created a monster, a whole new era of rules and extra things to do will open up. And I will explain that right now. As soon as you have a grunt, which consists out of 3 different monster sets that don't belong together, you can play permafrost. And permafrost is an action where you place one of the die on top of a card that you actually thought like, oh, I really want that card, and so no one else can turn it but you. And it can be very handy. It's very tactical as well. Sometimes I also saw some players who were just randomly placing permafrost on different cards so other people just could not grab them. And it's also a very nice way to remember what it is, because sometimes you feel like, oh, this is a part that I really wanted. You just flip it back because you didn't have a match, and you put permafrost on top of it. I see somebody's entering the room almost. Oh, they're going. The afwasmachine, which is a Dutch word. So you put permafrost on there, and that's actually a very handy way to keep track of what it is, but also that other people cannot turn that tile in their turn, during their turn. Then when you have abomination, which consists out of 2 of the same monster parts, like an example the feet and the head, and one other part, you can play, I don't know. Oh, there you can play Permafrost. I'm sorry, I already explained that one. As soon as you have a complete monster, that means a monster that consists like completely out of one monster, so everything matches. Then you can play. So wow, the thing is that we have so many rules nowadays that I forgot the name, and which is profit. Great game developer myself, knowing all the names. Anyway, profit means that you can during your turn you don't turn 2 tiles, but you can even turn 3 tiles. So that will actually speed up the whole search process quite a lot. So you can search for it, and then you're like, oh yeah, I have a match, yay! And then you have another match, and you place this one back. So those are the special powers you can play, and those special powers can really help you find extra monster sets. It can help you hinder your opponents, but the most fun part is attacking. And attacking, you do, as soon as you have a monster, you can attack another monster from one of your opponents, or even a loose monster set. Like an example, this was somebody else, this is my alter ego, I see him, you probably don't. And this alter ego has this part that I really want. And so it doesn't have to be of a complete monster set, and I say, okay, well, I'll attack you. Extra rule set. If there's something permafrost, then at that point you take that die, and permafrost is lifted as well. We did that so the whole attacking sequence would be a little bit more motivated for other people. So I attack and I say, okay, I have here a full monster. In a full monster I have 6 of the same icons. 6 of the same icons means I can throw my dice 5 times. We'll not do that right now, we'll just do it quickly 3 times. So what you do during your dice throw is that you search for like a number, like 5, which is a high number of course. So like I put the 5 aside and throw again. Oh, no 5, but I do have a 6, so I will put the 6 aside. And there I have a 5 again. Dice throwing is the best, right? 3, I'll just, and there I have 2 6s, 4, and 5. That means that I have a total score of 18 points. Now my the one that I'm the attackee throws, and because it's a loose monster set, he can throw as many times as I can. If this was a full monster, they had to calculate how many icons they had. Like if you have a monster that consists out of 3 different elements, then you can only throw 3 times. If it consists out of 4 of the same elements, you can throw 4 times. And if it consists out of 6 of the elements, you can throw 5 times. Because it's a loose monster set, it's hard to determine how many elements it has, of course. So it will throw just the equal amount as the attacker does. So there's also 5 times. So the defender throws, it's 1 6, so I put the 6 aside. Either way, I'm gonna win anyway, because yeah, you know, like I'm the only one. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4, so I put another 6 aside. And ha! I have 24. So my alter ego now have 1. And what he can actually do is grab a monster set of the attackee's monster. So I say, okay, I want the legs. Because I have the legs and also the eyes here, now I can create a whole monster. And the attacker has no legs anymore, so that's actually a good thing. If there is a tie, then the attacker wins. We also did this again, so because during all our previous and way extensive testing we did before, we noticed that a lot of people didn't really want to attack other people. So we tried to make the attacking sequence as positive as we can for the attacker. So that's how you attack, and that's how you can steal other monster sets from other people as well. Then there is one very special monster, and that's the ghost. And I will just turn him here. How convenient that it's all in one row. And the ghost is the only the only unique monster, and also the 13th monster of 13 monsters. Hence the name, 13 monsters. When you have the ghost completed, you have some extra abilities. First off, you can, when you attack your opponent with a completed full OG monster, the 13th monster named the ghost, then you can throw 6 times instead of 5 times like the normal OG monsters. But there's one extra very special rule, and that special rule is that once you have completed your 13th monster, you can actually steal a complete monster from your opponent without even having to fight for it. So like that's a really big, huge, well, keep it PG-13, huge extra power you have. But as soon as you have done that, the monster falls asleep. By falling asleep, it means that it cannot be attacked anymore, but the points it has, which are also 10 points higher than normal monsters, will still calculate in your final monster victory. So talking about victories, how do you actually win this game? Also there are 2 different ways to win this game. Or you become Elemental Master. An Elemental Master means that you have a completed OG monster within 4 elements. So like it could be an OG monster. An OG monster is a complete monster in earth, water, fire, or air. And as soon as somebody reaches that point, even though if there are still cards left on the table to be turned, you automatically become the winner and you become an Elemental Master. That could also have been that one, because the ghost has its own element, it can also calculate as a part of the Elemental Master, unless it is asleep. So like unless it has played Supernova, as we call this power, and it falls asleep, then it doesn't calculate, then you cannot count it anymore as as part of the Elemental victory. The second way to win this game is if all the cards are turned, so everybody has turned them, everybody has had monsters, everybody has monster sets. You play one final round, so everybody can still have one round of attacking or swapping or trading or whatever, or playing special moves. But as soon as that has been done, you calculate how many health points you have. The more complete your monster is, the higher the health points are. So like if you have a monster that consists out of 3 different monster sets, you will get 10 HP points, or 10 points. If it consists out of 2 of the same monsters, you get, and now I'm I really have to do this out of my head right now, it's 20 health points. As soon as you got a full complete monster, it's 40 health points. The ghost even has 50 health points. So in the end you calculate all the health points that you have accumulated by the monsters that you have, and the one with the highest score is the Beast Master Supreme, and is the winner of the game.